Okay.
Okay, Miral and
Yes.
Flips.
Yes.
Team Illuminate.
Yes.
Here are the bright lights, so we can finally see what they look like. A lot of people think that you guys may be the act to beat this year. Pressure?
Yeah, a lot of pressure.
It's now that you say it, yeah.
Yeah, for us, I think we just want to keep bringing something new and entertaining to the table. So we just want to stay true to ourselves and stay true to what we feel our fans like. So I don't know. I think we're so focused on that, and there's so much good competition amongst us that we just want to have fun because everybody's so kind and everybody's so nice that we just are going to come back from this with a very positive experience either way.
A lot of people might have thought that this was a one-trick pony, that once the novelty of it wore off that people would get tired of it, yet you guys keep finding new and fresh ways of bringing this act back week after week. How do you top what you did before?
Well, I think what it is just that with this technology, everything's so much left to your imagination. So it's like a blank canvas, with a painter, you could say, oh, once one or two paintings have been done, it's going to get old. But I think what it is that each person has their own view of it. Each person has their own unique ideas. And so with a team of 10 people, we all kind of open up to each other and put all the ideas, as Flip says, into a big pot and stir it up. Because one person will say, what if this did that? And I would have never thought to do that with the lights. Another person would say, what if you did this? And you find that it's really up to your imagination, and that's why we try to keep it fresh. You
guys experienced a little bit of a technical glitch during your last performance, although frankly most people kind of missed it. Right. Can you talk about how nerve-wracking that must have been for you, noticing what was wrong at the time?
Well, to be honest, I think what's so beautiful about this is that America's growing with us. This technology is brand new. I mean, it was just recently developed. It's the only technology like this in the world. So we're learning with Americans. So we know what happened with that one was like, one of the wires shorted on the foot. So, and of course, what I did as an engineer and a software developer was safety first. So if there's something wrong, I'm not going to, keep the lights on. So that's a safety mechanism. So in a way, it was working in the sense that, the wire got shorted, so we want to make sure the dancer's safe. But what's also amazing that they're professionals. So what Mara did was she noticed that one of her sides was off, and she danced with the other side. So I think what's so important about this is that we practice in the costumes. We have a head costume girl, JJ, who's always engineering it to be better, stronger, brighter. So it's all a learning experience.
Is there a danger of like electric shock? Is that what you're talking about?
That's the whole what we've avoided. So that's why we have all these mechanisms and all these safety checks so that nobody does get hurt or does get shocked. That's to us safety first, always safety first.
Sure. Could you talk a little bit about the origins of this? You went to Columbia University, right? You were studying dance, and then you got sick for a little while.
Yes, I always thought I was going to be a professional dancer, and then I got diagnosed with cancer, and I'm lucky enough to have gotten past it, touch wood, and now when I got sick, I couldn't walk for a while. I had to do a lot of physical therapy, and I could never dance at the level I used to. So I kind of switched my careers and focused more on my technical side and worked as a full-time software engineer. And so when I came up with this idea, I had the background in dance. I had the background in software development to bring it together. So it did change my life because I didn't pursue the dance the way I wanted to, but somehow I got right back into the dance community. So it's
and to be clear, you are healthy again.
Touch wood, I'm out of remission. So
that is fantastic.
Yes.
And you might not even. I mean, if what I'm hearing is correct, you might not even be here today doing this thing had you not had that experience in your life.
You have to, when something happens, you have to try your hardest to find something positive and something negative.
So what happens to the $1 million prize if you're lucky enough to get that?
We get out of debt. To be honest, we get out of debt. And the dancers have not been working for months. I have been trying to fund everything to make it as good as it can be. And, I think for us it's going to be just getting out of debt, maybe buying a few things, maybe going on vacation, and then putting more into it and getting a better show, hopefully a Vegas show.
And what if you don't win? Then you stay in debt?
Then we hope that with
someone will pick us up.
Yeah.
To help those checks start rolling in. Yeah.
You've accumulated millions and millions of fans, obviously, from being on the show, people voting for you every week. Talk about having fans and how cool that must be now for you.
I think I feel like it's pretty surreal, and it hasn't hit us yet, though we do look at the Facebook and Twitters every so often. We don't let it sidetrack us from what especially now that we're in the top 10, we're like blindfolders on at this point, and we do try to reach out because we have left it open for the fans to actually feed us as to what do you guys want to see, you know, and help stimulate our minds, like what's out there right now that we've been, you know, dealing with technology and dance for the last 3 months. Maybe there's something new out there, so we want to touch, you know, there's been like little girls at Starbucks that are like, I think that's them, ask them, Mom, I'm not gonna ask them, and then they're like, are you guys iLuminate from AGT? And it's like, yeah. So to have fans, it's almost surreal, because we came into this as a competition not knowing what to expect, and to have millions of fans, you don't even process that. I mean, we're not like a major artist with a record label, so to us to have fans, flattering. It's really I don't know how to explain it. It's a great feeling.
And yet, without the T-shirt, people would have no idea who you are.
Oh yeah, without the T-shirt, obviously. But when the lights come on,
unless you go to Starbucks and you're glow in the dark outfit.
Even though you have the funny suits on, when the lights come on, I think America really starts to really inquire as to who are these people, what do they do, where do they come from? Because when you're in the suit, you're like a superhero. But when those lights come on, America gets to actually bond with the fact that these are legit human beings. They're dancers. There's thousands and millions of dancers out there that could be in the suit just like us. So it actually builds this bond when the lights are on.
The guys from Fighting Gravity were back a couple of weeks ago. I don't know if you had a chance to talk to them when they were here, but they had told me that they would love to do a show with you, you know, go on the road or something like that. Is that something that's actually actively in discussion?
I think it would be cool. We haven't, I don't think we've been approached yet, I don't know, by them, but we automatically thought how cool of an idea would it be, because it, you know, both acts happen in the dark, right? So they have their way they light their stuff, and then we have the way we light our stuff. Theirs is kind of like more of a negative, and then ours is more of like the positive light where you actually see it glowing. And I just think it's a no-brainer. It's like, these guys are amazing. Why wouldn't we do that? And the bicycle guy that lights up, that wears a green. I mean,
Matt Wilhelm.
Yeah, he's awesome, and he's super talented to be doing that. People don't realize how hard it is in the dark. You don't know what's up, what's down.
And there was a light-up juggling act at one point, too.
Yeah, there you go. So you have your Vegas show right there.
This is the year of Dayglow.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, real quick. As we discussed, you know, you are kind of considered to be the front runners in this, but you must have at least one or two acts that you think, uh-oh, you know, these are the acts to beat. So who are they? Who do you think is
I feel like
the act to beat?
I felt like even last week before they mentioned the top 10, that those were the top to beat, because even when Zuma Zuma got voted off, they're an amazing act.
Right.
And then you had Melissa
Villaseñor.
Yes, amazing. She can hold down the stage.
Right.
So to me, the top 10 finalists are the ones to beat, including us, like in the pot itself, because if you leave it up for America to vote, you can't just think of the dance crews that we're up against. Right.
The dance crews don't usually do well on this show in the end. You know, we haven't had a dance crew in the end for a couple of years. We've had a lot of singers, a lot of opera singers. You know, we've never had a dance crew. Why do you think we have 4 dance crews in the top 10?
Why is it? I feel like it is season 6, and the judges have seen a lot. I mean, probably hundreds of thousands of acts, if I'm not mistaken. So maybe this is the season where dancing has caught their eye, because the past 5 seasons, maybe they're looking for a singer, maybe they're looking for a juggling act, or, you know, the guy with the puppet. So for us, just being in the pool of the final 10, no matter if it was 9 other dance troupes, it's still a blessing just to be in here with them as well, because Miami All-Stars are amazing. Silhouettes, their concept is out of control, you know. And then you have the West Springfield dance team, you know, and they come out with their...
Do you think Silhouettes could get some of your votes? Could you know, since you guys do kind of the same sort of illusions, they just do it with shadows?
I don't see why not. I think it's fair game at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And there is no way to just toss up a coin and say heads or tails. Not with 10 amazing acts
Well,
left.
we'll find out September 14th, won't we?
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
Or September
Definitely.
7th even, or 8th for the top 4.
Yeah, to
That's
see
right.
who's the final 4.
Well, good
Hopefully
luck.
we're there.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much. Thank
Thank you.
And we'll talk to you again real soon.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.